Hey everyone, I'm Mike Vasquez still. It's week 42 of 52. It's crazy. There's only 10 weeks to go to finish out this year. No beer for a year challenge, and I'm still alcohol free. And God, I don't think I've ever felt better than I do right now. Just talked at the beginning of this year about starting and changing some small habits and then working into layering in additional things that I've wanted to. And, it took time and it took effort to do those things, but, it took some baby steps into doing the squats and sit-ups and crunches thing. And then that eventually turned into, I talked about getting into the gym, and now it's a regular part of my routine. And it's interesting because it's now turned into just my way of life. I kind of had this realization that I'm still pressing to make forward progress, but it's been 5 months now that I've held off almost in between 25 and 35 pounds of weight. Consistently, 25 to 30 is off, and I've held that. So, I feel comfortable in saying now that this is, I've found a way to have my lifestyle be sustainable and to keep those the current way that I'm going and the current weight that I'm at moving, and maybe even layer some additional things on top of that. So this morning, it's my day off. Only time that the gym my personal trainer had open was 7 a.m. this morning. And, I got up at 6 to go work out, and I've been, talked a little bit last week about just 1 hour at a time. Sobriety starts with that first sober hour. And when I'm, doubting that I want to go to the gym, it's like, it's just 1 hour at 1 hour at a time, and I think that can be applied to a lot of different things, but focusing on just, I got to get through this 1 hour and the dividends it's going to pay. An hour is not a long period of time, and it's worth it now to go and do those things to feel the way I'm going to feel afterwards. So, my body feels really clean. I just don't have this sense of poison going through my veins that I did when I was drinking, in the past. And that's a great feeling. I wake up fresh every day. I can't imagine what I would feel like to drink and have a hangover the next day, just the feeling that it gives me in my body. And that was something I was living with nearly every day, and it took a small decision, a small change, just going one day, and then that turned into a week, and eventually, weeks and months. And now I'm working on close to a year. So it's really great to have that feeling and to see that this really can be a way of life for me. And just using my mind to focus on those goals and to achieve what I want to achieve. The mind is a super powerful thing. I've talked a little bit about David Goggins in the past, and he's on the extreme end of that kind of philosophy behind thinking, and how I've said before, his thought is that when we think we're at 100%, that we may only be reaching 40% of our total potential. And maybe those numbers are not exactly, right for everybody, but there is some value behind the point that when we think we've tapped out, is it our body actually stopping, or is it our mind stopping our body from achieving what we know we can do? And so I've been really just pushing into that when I'm at the gym and it hurts and it feels painful, and it's tough to get through those last few reps or whatever it is, just digging deep and pushing my mind to tell my muscles to keep going, and focusing on what I'm going to feel and look like. I've never had muscles before, and I'm starting to have definition. I have definition in my upper body, and that's exciting, and it feels good to feel good. So I want to keep pushing that and going. I've never posted a picture of myself shirtless, or it's always been an embarrassment. And January 1, I'm gonna do a full 365-day transformation video of where I started and what I look like, and to what I am now, and what I look like, and how I feel. And it's interesting, as I look through the pictures from day one, I wasn't happy about taking those photos. There's just a frown kind of look and feeling, and it wasn't intentional, really. It was just, how it progressed. And as I started seeing a little bit of weight loss, you can see a little bit of a smile come through. And eventually, I'm shit eating grin ear to ear now, just feeling great and feeling awesome about how I look and how I feel. And everyone can achieve that, and it may not be, specific to working out and your body. Maybe your thing is drinking or drugs or shopping or whatever those other things are. There's plenty of vices out there. But being able to disconnect from the thing that was a negative impact on your life and refocus it to a positive one is pretty awesome. So today's quote is about happiness and how we can utilize our mind to find happiness. It's happiness. This is from Albus Dumbledore, dipping into a Harry Potter quote today. So happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. I love that quote because it's true. Like, we are in control of the light switch, and we have the power to see the light. We just have to choose to turn it on, even in the darkest of times. So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all of your support. I love you. Good luck this week. Have a great one. Bye-bye.